What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Wednesday. I got 11 games here tonight. I got it broken down for you with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. We had a good night last night. We had Aaron Judge hitting a home run. We had Nick Senzo really just filling it up with a home run. He had like a double or something like that, or maybe it was a few singles. He had a stolen base that we're looking for. So those two plays really good. Pitching was pretty solid. Tanaka and Castillo had a slow start, but he picked it up after that, got a good amount of strikeouts. So all in all, I think it was a pretty good night. Let's see if we can have another one here tonight. So before we get going, if you could drop a like on the video, that'd be appreciated. Let's try to get over 70 likes on this one. Thank you. Let's hop right into it. So this is a little bit of a tough slate. Garrett Cole, he's been electric this year, but he's a pretty priced up guy. I mean, in this slate, it does have a lot of hitters that are a little bit pricier, so it is tough to find a solid SB2 with him and be able to really find any bats at that price range. And then Scherzer here on a really good matchup, but there is some concern because he came off the injured list last time out and only pitched 71 innings. They said that he's still maybe going to be working through that a little bit, and they're going to hold him back still a little bit probably in this next start. And it does make sense because they're going against Baltimore. I mean, you don't really need to have your ace pitch like 100 plus pitches to really get a win against Baltimore. I mean, Scherzer could be like half asleep and probably get through 5 innings with ease against that team. So I mean, I think he could maybe have around 85 pitches in that game, and I don't know if that's enough for him to reach his full upside. So I'm going to go with Noah Syndergaard. He just has more upside, I would say, and the ability to go a little bit deeper in this game. Coming off a game where he only had 73 pitches, so he should be kind of rested up for this game. And it's a watered-down Cubs lineup with Anthony Rizzo unlikely to play here tonight. And the Cubs have been a completely different team on the road. They just hit a lot worse outside of Wrigley Field. This game in New York, and it's pretty solid pitcher conditions. Got some wind blowing in. And I think without Anthony Rizzo, this lineup just isn't nearly as scary. It doesn't have that same kind of righty-lefty kind of situation in the lineup where they kind of switch up the eye level for Syndergaard. There's a lot of righties in a row, so I think he kind of could settle in against the elite righties on the team. Castellanos, Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, and kind of make some quicker work of them, hopefully. And then with Ian Happ there, it kind of allows a lot more K upside with him in the spot of Rizzo. So keep an eye on that. Obviously, if Anthony Rizzo is in the lineup, then maybe I'll just kind of risk it and go with Max Scherzer instead of Syndergaard. But it's sounding like he's going to be out here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with KENTA MAEDA. Did well for us last time out. I mean, this is a really up and down guy, but his upside is still there again here against San Diego. The San Diego lineup has been striking out a ton recently. Like I've been mentioning when I've been attacking them recently, is that their lineup is just a little bit worse here without Tatis and a few other guys, like they traded Reyes and stuff like that. So this lineup just isn't the same, and they had the highest K rate of all teams on the slate. Maeda has had some good success against his team in the past, a 31.8% K rate and 138 plate appearances throughout his career. They're only implied 3.8 runs. He has been worse on the road, but this is a park upgrade really in San Diego, so I feel like he could have a solid start regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second pitcher. Then I'm going to go with Nelson Cruz. This guy should be pretty chalky, at least he should be, but at 5,500 here, this is a perfect matchup. Everything lines up. You got the BVP history, 5 for 8, or 5 for 7 actually, with a double, a triple, and 3 home runs. So pretty much as productive you could be with 7 plate appearances, with 5 extra base hits. So crazy stuff. The guy has been a god against left-handed pitchers this year. 489 ISO, 63% hard hit. And Detweiler just isn't a good pitcher, very bad. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. Then I'm going to go with Vlad Guerrero. He's been heating up the second half of the year. Really good stuff. Depart downgrade for Fulte here. Going to Toronto. He has been giving up a good amount of home runs to lefties and righties this year. And for a guy of Guerrero's caliber who has crazy power, I think if Fulte kind of leaves one over the plate in this game in Toronto, then he'll be kind of screwed for it, and it'll make him pay. So Vlad Guerrero here 226 ISO, 396 WOBA since the All-Star break, and he's been better against right-handed pitchers. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. I'm going to go with Jason Kipnis here. Another guy with good BVP. This is a bad pitcher, and Jordan Zimmerman as well kind of adds things to it. 8 for 13 with 3 doubles, 2 triples against Zimmerman. He's been worse. Well, not worse, but bad against lefties and righties this year and last year. And this Indians lineup does have a good amount of upside with just Zimmerman, his ability to allow home runs, even some stolen bases. They're implied 5.3 runs. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter. And for my final guy, I'm going to go with Yasiel Puig here at 4,100. Another guy that kind of mini stack with Jason Kipnis. That's pretty cheap against that bad pitcher in Zimmerman. Puig better against righties this year, power-wise, 226 ISO against them. And also, the big thing here is that there's a ton of wind blowing to left field. So the ball is going to carry very well for right-handed batters. It's saying that right now it's going to be 16-mile-an-hour winds blowing to left. Could change, but it probably won't change that much, seeing how drastic it is right now. So 4,100, we know that Puig has big game upside, and against a bad pitcher, especially with good hitting conditions. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you got Syndergaard, Maeda, Kipnis, Vlad Guerrero, Nelson Cruz, and Yasiel Puig. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like in the video before you head out. If you did, 70+ likes would be appreciated. Thank you. Good luck here on the slate. We'll see you back here again next time.